My name's Abby, and this is my boyfriend Tyler.
We've always loved to travel and explore new places, so in March of 2018, we decided to convert a Ford Transit commercial van into a tiny home. This would allow us to travel full-time and follow our dreams.
We've put a lot of blood, sweat, and literal tears into this van, but with a lot of hard work, we've been able to start living our dream. We used to be a couple of ordinary kids from the Midwest, but now we're a couple of ordinary explorers. Hello! So I know there's an intro to this video, but I just want to introduce myself a little more. My name's Abby, I'm 25 years old, I live in a van, and I work remotely. So I actually work in digital marketing. I work for a small agency, and most of what I do is building websites, designing print materials, digital ads, marketing automation, text message marketing, a whole slew of stuff. And I'm not going to name the place where I work, but I actually worked there for about 6 months, 8 months?
Probably about 8 now.
8 months? I actually worked there for about 8 months in office before I started working remotely. So when we moved into the van and started traveling, I asked if I could go remote, and my boss was super cool about it. He basically said, yeah, everything you do now you could do, with your computer and good internet connection. So I've been working remotely for about 3 months now, and I work this job, and then I also have my own business, side hustle as they call it, where I basically do the same thing, building websites, designing print pieces, any sort of design pieces that people might need. So if you need something like that, I'll put my contact link down below, hit me up. I'm here. But over the past few months, I've kind of developed a routine and figured out what works best for me, especially living in a van when I'm working remotely. So I just kind of wanted to take you through what a normal day is like for me. Disclaimer, all of this footage was shot on the weekend. When I'm actually working, I don't have time to film a video. So I have to log on by 9:30. So I'll usually wake up around like 8 o'clock, sometimes later, sometimes earlier. And Tyler's usually asleep, and first thing I'll do is I'll go to the front of the van, kind of like my own little room, and it's really nice to have some like alone time, peace and quiet. Sometimes I'll put on makeup, sometimes all I'll do is just watch videos on YouTube, but it's really nice and relaxing. For breakfast I'll have either like an apple with some peanut butter, or grapes and walnuts. I've been doing that recently. In the morning, typically we will go to like a coffee shop. Recently we've been going to public libraries because they have, free internet, they have outlets, and you don't have to buy anything, which is nice on the wallet. But I'll usually work there for the first half of the day unless I have a call scheduled. Usually if I have a call with like a client or my boss scheduled, I'll try and stay in the van just so I have plenty of peace and quiet and I have stable internet connection. And then we'll have lunch. Sometimes if we're at a coffee shop we'll buy something, but we've been trying not to buy things. And then usually the second half of the day we'll spend in the van, and we'll go to like a park or something. So we have our own internet connection, I guess, if that's what you want to call it. So the equipment I use to work remotely is, I have my laptop, it's a MacBook Pro. I tried going Windows, or do you say Windows or PC?
PC and Windows, same thing.
Yeah, anyway, I tried using Windows/PC, and I couldn't do it. I had to come back. If you work in design, you probably know what I'm talking about. Like, nothing compares to a Mac. It's kind of a battery hog, which sucks, especially since we're going off solar power here. But other than that, love my MacBook. I also use my phone. Again, both of these are my personal devices. I know there are a lot of jobs that will give you some sort of stipend or pay for your devices, but it's kind of just something I took on myself knowing that I was able to go remotely. So I just use my personal devices. I have the iPhone XR. I use that for phone calls, emails, you name it. And then this is our router. Tyler knows a little bit more about this than I do, so I'll let him tell you what like it's actually called, like specifics. So it's a Netgear. Go ahead.
This is the Netgear Netgear Nighthawk M1100. It's a mobile hotspot, and you can insert an SD card into it, or you can get one from AT&T and hook it up. We had our own, so we just threw it in there.
So yeah, usually in the afternoons after lunch, I will work in the van. Like I said, we'll find a park or somewhere kind of quiet with a nice view. However, if it's raining or just really cloudy and we're not getting solar, we usually will stay like in the library or in the coffee shop all day, which should be kind of annoying. But like I said, my computer is such a power hog. Like I have to I have to plug it in at least once in the afternoon. When I do work in the van, I work back here on the bench. We have a bed that converts up into a table, so it's really convenient. It's like I'm working at a desk. It's great. Sorry, we're right next to the road. And yeah, I mean, I don't know that many other people who work remotely, but there's really not that big of a difference, I would say, from working in your home and working in the van. It's just having like a stable internet connection and having enough power. Yeah, that's kind of what my typical day looks like. I don't know if you have any other questions. I'm sure there's probably some questions you have, but I can't think of anything.
What do you do when the internet's not good?
Oh, good question, Tyler. When the internet's not good, well, usually the night before we will try and find a place that has good internet, just so we're not like rushing around in the morning. But that has happened before, and like we've had to just make a mad dash. We have an app that shows us where we have good coverage because we are through AT&T.
Open Signal. Shout out.
Shout out. Oh,
yeah.
Hit it. Anyway.
What are you doing with your hands?
Yeah, so sometimes we have had to like look it up really fast to make a mad dash somewhere else that has good internet, but that rarely happens. We're pretty prepared, and it's not hard to find a place with good internet, especially when you're around civilization, which we usually are during the week. So yeah, that's kind of what a typical day, work day in my life looks like. If you have any questions about working remotely or working remotely in a van, please leave them in the comments and I'll answer them. If you're not following us yet, you can follow us on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter. I don't even know where they're going to go, so this might be totally out of order. You can follow us at all those places, or you can subscribe to our channel right here to see more van life content. That's all I have, so we'll see you in the next video. Bye!